take season.
What up? What up? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hot Take Season. Technically the first episode of 2024. So welcome to 2024, everybody. As you see, me and my fellow guest members for today are in all black because we are in mourning right now. We're all Cowboys fans, and I'm pretty sure everybody saw what happened to our Cowboys over the weekend. So I've got my family with me for this episode to kind of make sense of it all. So starting out, we've got my Uncle Jesse, we've got my cousin Braylon, we've got my cousin Brandon, and we've got my cousin Darius. What's up, y'all?
How's
Yo,
it
what's
going?
good?
How's it going?
Oh,
Pretty good, pretty good, other than the obvious. Thank
yeah.
y'all for joining me though. Um,
Thanks for having
all
us.
right. So we're going to start out with a venting session because I'm pretty sure we've all got something to get off our chest in regards to these Cowboys. So 2 minutes each. I'm going to time us because I know we can get carried away when talking about these Cowboys. Any volunteers to start? No.
Said
I
that
All
the
Yeah, I
right.
got
eldest
it.
go first.
I
Well, let me
Let's
preface
let the
it with
elder
this though.
statesman go first.
okay. The elder statement. All right.
Hold on. So we're gonna do what's called hot take, hot seat. And with that, you're going to, in the midst of your rant or at the end of it, choose me who is on the hot seat for you from the Dallas Cowboys. All right. So Uncle Jesse, we starting with you. What you got?
What I got? They smelt the cheese. They ate the cheese, and they got snapped by their own trap. Dude, oh my God! It's almost like they got a script from Hollywood, from the NFL, that said, "Hey, this year, y'all can't win it, and so here's your script." And looked like they was all pouting and down and out. I just don't know. But from the time they walked on the field, I seen Dak Prescott, Porky Pig looking face, and blue, 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 blue. That's all, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. To go fishing. That's where they went to go. Uh, I'm not gonna take the full 2 minutes. I'm probably almost close already. Who's on the hot seat? I told you last week. Could our defense stop anybody? Could they stop on the drive? The answer to that was no, they couldn't. Dan Quinn's on the hot seat. I don't need him as a head coach. I don't need him as my defensive coordinator next year. No, I don't. Who else is on the hot seat? Dak Prescott. Even though he had an MVP year, he's on the hot seat. Don't give that man no money. Make him work for that extra money. All right. Will we be in a situation if we let him go? Possibly. But are we going to be in the same morning situation next year? McCarthy. That's a hard one. He's on the warm seat because he should have had them prepared. Whatever happened, he should have been able to get them a spark. I just don't know. Was it the cheese? Cheese whiz, or whatever it was, it just was not working. How am I doing on my time?
You got about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. It's time for my boy. I love Jerry Jones to death as an owner. I need you, sir, to just sit in the press box, keep your mouth closed, run the day-to-day operations, make the money, keep it being the $1 billion franchise that it is, and just give it. Don't even give it. Oh man, don't give it to your son. Let Will McClay handle it. I'm done.
All right, Bray, you good to go next?
Good to go next.
Okay. Ready?
Let's go.
Go.
This team is pretenders. You know why? They get our hopes up every season, game by game. They soft bullies. Every team they beat, come on now, below 500. Every team they had to face that was above 500, they squeaked out a week against Detroit. We should have known right then and there this team was going to sit there and let us down in the playoffs. First of all, no heart. They're front runners. That get them out to a good league, they're going to blow out a team. They don't know how to fight back. They don't have it in them. They look lost. Mike McCarthy, you can't tell me he had that team in the second half ready and pumped to go out there and play. There's no way. I don't even think he had them ready in the first half. drop balls. I mean, come on. CD had what, two, three drop passes directly in his hands that he catch on a weekly basis. That team has no fight in them when they get down. They have nowhere to go. And like Uncle said, that defensive coordinator, I don't even as a head coach, bring him back for one more season, maybe. But as a whole, you got to, I don't say blow this team up, but you got to go somewhere with leadership. It ain't Dak Prescott. It can't be Dak Prescott. Running game, they got away from the running game last week. Come on now. Hot seat, Mike McCarthy's number one. It starts with head coach and it trickles down. Your coach got to go. Coach got to go. I'm tired of investing my weekends on this team that's gonna play soft when the time matters. Not giving up, but damn, like, give me something. Give me something on the playoff side. This was the year right here. What am I looking like on time?
It was laid
About
out.
10
Look at
seconds.
God.
This was the year. Get to the NFC Championship. Play San Francisco. Boom. Nah. I can't do it year after year.
All right.
God, that's 3 home games. Oh,
Brandon, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I know I'm not
All
gonna need the
right.
whole 2 minutes.
All right.
They
Ready?
they look confused from the jump. They ran a certain offense, certain defense the whole season just to split the switch that whole game. You went from running man the whole season to playing zone, which I didn't understand that. Offensively, they was confused. Dak and CD, it's like they had an argument for the game. They wasn't on the same page from jump. I have no clue what they was doing. None. I was mad from the beginning when they let the offense just drive all the way down. All the way down the field. They let that offense. It's like they were scared of Jordan Love. I have no clue. To play zone against Jordan Love was crazy to me. And on the hot seat to me, I would say Mike McCarthy before I seen they was bringing him back. They broke it news. It was news breaking just a while ago. They bringing him back, so he's not on the hot seat. Obviously, he's not on the hot seat. But Dan Quinn to me
they weren't
would have been
supposed to
on.
talk to him till tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Nah, he's coming back. They broke the news a couple minutes ago. I seen it, and he's coming back. But I will say Dan Quinn is on the hot seat. If you look at the coaching staff from Mike Shanahan, he's lost to every one of them boys that was on the coaching staff, from Mike McDaniel to Kyle Shanahan, McVay, all those big name teams, all those motion offense. LaFleur, Green Bay lost to him. He can't beat that offense. I don't know what it is. He can't beat it. I don't know. I'm in lots of work. Dak, I don't know what to say about the man. When it's time for him to choke, big moments.
He chokes. He can
show
choke.
up. He doesn't show up in big moments when you need him to, and I hate that.
The choke artist.
I hate
Yeah.
that about it. When playoffs, by the way, he has a losing record in January. He's a winning record in every other month except January when we need him the most.
5 seconds.
I'm
You good?
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, D, it's on you.
Mm,
You ready?
yep.
All right, go.
You gotta have a head coach to pump this team up. This team was flat from the jump. You start off first play of your first consecutive quarter that you ever have to play in the playoffs this year. You run the ball, you get 5 yards. You force the ball to CD. For what? For what? You force the ball at least 80% of the time to CD the whole year. This game wasn't CD game. It was tight end. Tight end and Gallup. That's who you should have been looking for. The whole game. This game right here was not, they weren't prepared for it. Was not prepared. Defense, like Brandon said, you've been running man. You go to zone, and it looked like don't nobody know who to pick up. They run a lot of cross routes. Curse back there looking like he don't know who to get. Stephon Gilmore lost in the sauce. I'm talking about this dude Dunbar or whatever his name was that they had.
Wow,
Dub. Yeah,
rookie.
hey,
2 years, second year player.
this dude never been headlined like this. I'm talking about he had a big game against the Cowboys, and he's that man now. It was what's his name? Christian Watts over there.
Watson.
That was
Watch.
what? Yeah, he supposed to be the big dude over there. He didn't get a catch. So it's like we sitting over here wondering what the Cowboys gonna do for the playoffs. Easy road to the championship. They made it look, man, bad. Made it look like we was. I mean, we couldn't even beat DeSoto if we wanted to play them that game. Honestly, we couldn't even beat. I mean, it's just bad, man. It just, hey, Dak is whack. Dak is whack. That's all I can say, man. Dak is whack. Who's on the hot seat? I would say Dan Quinn. He's not had that defense prepared to do anything. We got to learn how to tackle. We have to. We got to learn how to cover. You got to know, cannot jump off sides when it's a 3rd and 2. Give them the first down. We giving them first downs. I mean, piss poor effort, fellas.
All
Piss
right,
poor effort.
D. All right, so where do I start? I mean, you come out with no energy. You abandon everything that got you to this point. Um, everybody can go. That's who's on the hot seat for me. Everybody can go. I mean, we can clean house. I've seen the Cowboys with that type of drop before. I lived through it, so I can go through it again. Everybody can go. I'm not interested in Dan Quinn as a head coach. I'm not interested in him no longer as a defensive coordinator because how do you get to this end of the season and you just abandon everything that got you here? You're playing a zone coverage, but you're going soft zone. Like it makes no sense. You didn't sniff Jordan Love. You did not sniff Jordan Love. Um, offensively, it's still struggling to get going. You know, you moved to Mike McCarthy as your play caller, and I'm not seeing anything special with it. Again, you started abandoning the run game. You couldn't get that going. You can't get depth on your offensive line. So your offensive line is always in some type of turmoil, it seems. The quarterback is struggling. I don't know why you don't go up tempo because that's what works best for Dak. I mean, why are you giving him time to think when he can be getting the playoff? You're giving your defense time to set. And another thing I will add is I have yet to see them try to catch the defense subbing. But the defense will try to catch the Cowboys subbing. So yeah, that's what I have on that. I'm over it, so to say, so everybody can go. We can clean house and wrap this up and start this over some other time. But yeah, that's
What
what I
happened
have.
to what happened to phenomenal? What happened to Michael Parsons? Why are you dropping Michael Parsons into coverage?
Because they don't
Well,
have linebackers. We don't
Yeah,
have
that-
linebackers. You have a buck 38-pound linebacker, which his last name is Bell. He's
Marquise.
not a linebacker. He's not a
Where did-
linebacker.
where did our top draft pick go? Where'd Smith go?
Boy on the bench.
Who?
He is just
Oh,
like
Marvin?
Taco.
We gotta start drafting. We gotta start with drafting.
Mozzie
Get
is
away-
trash.
Get away
We
from
gotta start
Michigan.
with drafting that. Yeah.
Get away from Michigan. Go back to Penn State.
Boy,
Go back to
Taco,
I
Smith.
mean, boy, I mean, dude. I mean, come on, bro. This right here was it shocked the world. I ain't gonna lie to you. You put your money on the Cowboys, I feel bad for you.
And then the whole and you didn't have no integrity to defense. All the defense crawfished out at the post game interview.
Where
All of them.
was
I
Where
know,
was
but,
he?
but they had energy to go on Twitter and go back and forth with fans.
Yeah.
Talk to the media.
You hear me?
Because the fans look like they got more heart than y'all got right now.
Honestly, it's not that we lost to me. It's how we lost. That's what I was
Yeah.
just shocked about. How we lost. I was like, if we lose in playoffs, I don't want to, but the way we got beat, I was like, God, 27
And
and
Dak
0.
had 0 yards and 1 pick at the end of the first quarter.
First quarter.
You let-
Yeah.
27 0.
It was 0 and 1 pick in the first quarter.
Yeah.
You
They
let
didn't
this
come out
man
with any type of fight. No want to.
at all. But you let this man Arian Jones score a touchdown. Every touchdown, he go back on the sideline look just like this.
Shades.
Yeah. Put shades on.
Come on, bro. That's disrespectful, bro.
So you going from Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers to Love, huh? Just like that.
They-
No
But you
problem.
had
No
Love
problem.
looking like Aaron Rodgers. That's what's
Boy,
That's
crazy.
what I'm
was he
saying.
look-
You no problem, boy.
Do we get
And
a
another
rush?
thing that gets me is Green Bay didn't do anything special on Dallas.
They didn't.
It was
They-
just blown coverage
they-
after blown coverage.
They was lost in the back end.
They
I'll tell you,
played like they had nothing to lose, and they didn't. They weren't favored in this
They-
game.
They wasn't. And you see, also look at how when they played, it's almost like the Cowboys gave up because there was a point in time when they could have almost came back, but when they had that blown coverage, the tight end over there to the right hand side, when he
Yeah,
scored
yeah.
that, that's when it definitely was over.
Well,
But if they would have stopped it there, it was a possibility they could have came back. But it's like they just like, oh, that's it. We're not gonna make it. You know,
it was 17-0, and if we would have been able to get it to 10-17 going into halftime, that would change everything. That
Yeah.
would have changed it all if we got it down to 10-17 and we get ball back second half. But when we got there, I was like, interception. And when he forced it to CD and it was a pick six, I was like, oh, that's game.
That was game.
64-yard hit. Come on now.
There was nobody on that other side of the field. Nobody was on that side of the field.
But he forced it to
not even a
CD.
lineman.
When he forced it to CD when Gallup was wide open in the middle. And then when he missed CD on the out route, when he got sacked, Ferguson was on, he broke out. All he had to do was stay in the
To the
pocket
left.
and hit it to Ferguson. He ran out of the pocket, got sacked.
That was Gallup and Ferguson game.
He was taking unnecessary sacks. That's what I didn't understand. He's been
doing that.
He always takes unnecessary sacks, though.
But this game was ridiculous. I was like, throw it away. What are we doing?
I'm surprised he tried to use his legs a little more this game, but it wasn't enough. He still didn't have enough.
You can tell by body language. Body language show everything on CD. You overthrow me. Come on, bro. When he threw the pick, CD could have tackled him. He just sat there like.
That's why I say, dude, it seems like they got a script or something. Honestly, I try not to make the NFL look like it's rigged, but I'm telling you, that game, it was like
WWE.
Dude.
This was an overall team just letdown.
Yeah, disappointing.
It ain't offense, it ain't defense. It was just the entire team. You can't blame
the speech Jimmy Johnson gave in halftime. That should have been the speech Mike McCarthy should have gave them in the locker room. They came out like they just got Fritos and a hot pot pie.
But I'm telling you, defense got ran through the whole game. The defense couldn't stop him. Couldn't get him off the field.
Well, let's be honest. We haven't been able to stop the run. We've been struggling the last 4 or 5 weeks if you take away the Boston game.
They got ate up by the pass, too. They got ate up by the pass,
sit down in the zone. Find a spot in the zone, and they sat down. Wide open.
If you go
no one
from the Buffalo game on, we've struggled with the run since then. If you even if you take away Washington, the last 4 or 5 games, we haven't really looked good defensively. We could have, if the defense would have stopped Miami, that was a win. They would have stopped Buffalo, that was a win. If they would have stopped Philly, they almost gave up the Detroit game, which basically lost. But 3 games right there, defense struggled at the end. Defense struggled.
That's why I always said, if the defense, could the defense hold anybody?
Yeah,
Where was anybody?
OC. Where was anybody?
Where was anybody?
I haven't heard OC name in a long time.
We put no pressure on the quarterback. We never even showed a blitz to even make the quarterback think that we're going to blitz. It's just that everybody
we blitzed him. That's when he caught that touchdown in the back of the end zone. That was an all-out blitz. In the back of the end zone. Was that on Gilmore?
Yeah, it was on Gilmore.
It was all out blitz.
Every time 87 caught the ball was on Gilmore.
And I think Gilmore said he's not coming back next year.
I'm glad. Go get a wild boy job. Go cut grass. We don't
they'll draft somebody. I don't know if it's DR because Dan Quinn, he was probably interested in his next job. It seemed like they was all making their plans on vacation already.
Hey, you ain't got to sabotage us because you ready to move on. Just leave.
You hear me? Because you can go out as a Super Bowl defensive coordinator instead of what you did. Because I'm telling you, what he did, it just baffles me how unprepared from top to bottom, defensive, offensive looked.
They still wouldn't have beat Tampa Bay. They wouldn't have beat Tampa Bay. They wouldn't have beat Tampa Bay, Detroit,
I think we would have beat Tampa, but we would have lost. I think if we played Detroit again, we'll lose.
I'm not confident we would beat Tampa Bay. I'm not confident that we would have beat Tampa Bay.
We would have lost Tampa Bay because
I
guess
think
what?
I
They
think
I am not
I
talking.
they were
think
carrying
I think
the
we
shit.
beat Tampa Bay. I think we beat Tampa
They
Bay. But we
I
lose
they
can't
we
see it.
lose we
they
lose we lose to
You lose to the
we lose to
Rams. You lose to
Lions.
Detroit.
We lose
we
yeah.
got you got White over there running the ball like he Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I'm
You
not.
got their whole
Tampa Bay
defense.
didn't. Tampa Bay didn't scare me. Love was one of the hottest quarterbacks coming into the playoffs. So that was like, look. Green Bay was one of
Baker's
the
been
hottest
balling
teams.
though.
Yeah, Green Bay
Baker
was one of
has
the
been
hottest teams
balling.
coming into the playoffs. So that was already a knock against us. So that's why with Tampa Bay, Philly wasn't. Let's be honest. So I said
And
Philly was
yet they
gonna
got
win.
that Baker Mayfield magic
Baker
over
been
there.
But
balling.
yeah, but Philly, they've been struggling all season actually.
Yes, Philly.
They was shaky from game one to the end. They've been shaky, but they
They've
was
been
getting
getting
those
lucky.
little wins at the end.
They getting
They
lucky,
got the
man.
cowboy syndrome.
Oh, you got
Then
to put your back down.
for your quarterback to say, I suck tonight. Man, you need to
We
turn
saw.
in your head.
No, on you, and this is what you showed. You showed every cowboy hater out there, especially that Stephen A. guy, the reason why.
Mike McCarthy to go turn in his dang whistle.
Hey,
That don't make
well,
no
that's not
sense.
They
happening.
turn in that
That's not
hat.
happening next year. It's not happening next year, fellas.
Right. But we're
Not
gonna
happening
switch
next year.
gears a little bit because wild card weekend was crazy. The Cowboys weren't the only team to get blowed out, thankfully. I don't even know if you can be thankful about that, but you know what I mean. Like they weren't the
We
only
got to
team
take
to
the
get
team.
blowed out. Um,
But
We got to take the
now
team.
we're the only one that made history and let a number 7 seed whoop. We the only team that didn't defend our home field.
they're gonna find a way to end up on the wrong side of history. They're gonna find a way to do
Yes.
it. Um, so let's first get into our takeaways from the Texans and Browns game. So let me preface it with this because our viewers don't know this. But we did an episode before this one, and unfortunately, we weren't able to release that to you guys. So with that, a lot of us had the Texans actually upsetting the Browns in that matchup. So the Texans win 45-14. What were y'all's takeaways from that matchup?
I told you,
CJ
offensive rookie
Stroud
of the
is
year.
that dude. CJ
Offensive rookie of the
Stroud is the
year.
dude. He's that man.
Yeah.
Couldn't touch him.
As great as he was, and he was great.
Mhm.
And I
Defense.
had Houston winning this game. So gave them 14 points back to back.
Who's that?
Oh, that defense, yeah.
Flacco gave them
Oh.
14 points in back-to-back drives. Literally,
Yeah.
pick six, came back. So you take 14 points off the like it was a close game until he gave up 2 pick sixes in a row. Even though I had
Mhm.
Houston winning this game,
Yeah.
I had Houston winning. It was still a close game.
I
Even
say
those
It,
2
that
picks,
was
it wasn't that close.
But
that was Houston defense best
at
game
the
That was
time
so
he threw those 2
far.
picks, it was close. But at the time he threw those 2 picks, he threw close game. He came back
yeah.
and threw
Cleveland was
another pick.
yeah.
It
Cleveland
was
was deflated after that. They gave up after that
It was a
second pick
wrap after
six.
that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
They
was
knew
just
they
like,
couldn't. Put it like they knew Cleveland couldn't run anymore. Guess what? You have to throw it now, and
have
they
to.
went hunting. They
And
went
Cooper
hunting.
was hurt. And Cooper was hurt, so he
Yeah.
couldn't do as much as you wanted him to do.
Yeah, so it's like Flacco gave up those 2. I was like, oh, that's game.
you
but you
can't
know
run the
what?
tight end all day like that. He's not a wide receiver. He's a tight end.
Like
So
Houston did what they were supposed to at home. That's how you're supposed to
At
play.
home.
So
You got the
you can
rookie of
say
the
those 2
year,
picks, but
Yeah.
they forced those 2 picks.
coach of the year
Yeah.
down there. Both of them.
Yeah, I think I would give him coach of the year for sure.
Yeah,
That's
Coach,
Yeah.
yeah.
definitely should get coach of the year.
easy coach of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think CJ Stroud looked great in that game. The Browns have had their ups and downs throughout this season. But the Texans capitalized on that. And you can't be upset at that. The Texans have come a long way given the past few
Oh,
years, you know. So yeah, shout out to them on that win. Next we have the Chiefs and the Dolphins. The Chiefs won 26-7. Now some of us
Dolphins
had
gave
the
up.
Dolphins winning that game.
who had Dolphins
I had
winning
the
that?
Chiefs. I had the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I didn't have I had the Chiefs. I didn't have the Dolphins in that one.
somebody had the Dolphins in that one.
I think I'm more surprised that they ran that. They threw the ball more than run it for
Yeah.
the Chiefs in that weather. I was like,
That
oh,
was a blizzard of a game to even play in. I mean,
It-
That was
for
that
somebody
was a
for
no
somebody
brainer pick to
helmet
me.
for somebody helmet to get picked off like that just by a hit, man. It was cold out there, man. I mean, Andy Reid
yeah.
had snot sickles.
Right.
No
On
brainer
his
pick to
much
me.
that was the grossest thing.
It was. He was just sitting there with it. Yeah. But yeah, the
That
effort from Miami didn't have the effort. They didn't do tackle. They weren't tackling. It was almost,
mm-mm.
They
man,
not
It
you
built
was
for that
know,
weather.
almost
Let's be honest.
identical
They
to
not built for
Dallas,
that weather.
honestly.
They
Yeah,
were too
they
cold.
were. They were
they
almost
said let's go.
identical to Dallas, if you ask me. The way that went down, because
Yeah.
The
Well,
only difference is on the road in that environment.
hmm
Play like this at home. Don't. They was on the
no
road in
elements.
that weather and that element. I knew that was they not gonna win. They not going to KC and winning that. I'm sorry.
yeah.
nah.
I'm not a big Tua believer like that. I do it. I'm sorry. He doesn't do it
All
for
right.
me.
So then the Lions beat the Rams. This is actually a close game. In the end, 24-23.
Boy,
Um,
they stuck
kudos
out,
to the
boy.
Lions because they've made a turnaround. The past couple of years themselves. I know a lot of people were thinking the Rams was going to pull that off and possibly get a chance to play the 49ers in the next
Yeah.
round, but Detroit was like, nope, not on my watch.
I
I
You
I
mean,
had
can
Rams.
see,
I
you
I
can
had
see
had
the
Rams.
good
Detroit.
coaching. You can see the good coaching in Detroit and
hmm
the ownership and the leadership year after year. They
Yep.
stack, they
Ownership.
get better
Ownership.
and better, and it's constant. It's the slow burn. It's like smoking
Right,
a brisket. Hey, you ain't starting out fast. It's slow, but by the time you get to the end, you got a masterpiece, and that's
right.
exactly what Detroit's doing right now. I mean, they're doing a masterful job. You know,
Jared Goff
Detroit got a
revealing.
coach over there that know how to win. He know what it takes to win. He came from a team that won Super Bowls.
He
but
can
he
fire
came
his
out.
team up though. He can fire his
He
team
can,
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
He
his
Come
like
and
he
on,
still
his
get out there and play.
ownership and his ownership isn't trying to be the head or
The
the
face.
GM
banner. He's
or the
trying to
GM.
be the
Yeah.
banner.
The
She
face
sits
of the
back,
organization.
let him do what they need to do, and she just sits back and smiles.
but in the midst of all of that, I tell y'all what, that boy Puka gonna be something special next year.
Oh,
Oh,
for
oh
sure.
yeah,
That
he's
Oh
something
yeah.
that's what
special
I was
this year. Oh, that's the
that's what I
only
was
other
saying
person.
last episode. Puka is a
He gonna be something
Yeah.
special. And if they can keep
bad
him up
boy.
over there,
And you
if they can
forget,
keep
guess
up,
what? Puka
mm,
was still playing.
He
Got
was.
hurt. Got hurt. And Puka is still doing this.
Yeah. You
Still a
see,
bad
hey,
boy.
that's who could give C.J. Stroud a run for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
It'd
hey,
be them two. It'd be those two.
Yeah,
I
but
boy,
think
being the
CJ
quarterback of Houston and doing what he
I
did,
think
that
CJ
gives
still gets it.
CJ
Yeah, I
gives them
think
a little
CJ still
edge.
gets it
Yeah.
because they was the number 2 overall pick. He took
Yeah.
that team, and you see how bad they struggled without him out. Oh, it
Right.
was like okay. As soon as he got back in,
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah.
and he's just so poised and just play. He just plays. He don't care. He just go play.
Yeah.
That's a bad boy. That's a bad.
Yeah.
But CJ controls the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move and lets he move.
Yeah. For sure. So then the Bills blow out the Steelers 31
Not
to
a surprise.
That's not a surprise.
Not a
It's
surprise.
Yeah.
They expected
that
better.
was probably the most obvious game of the weekend.
That,
Like that
yeah,
was
for real.
we knew that was coming.
That was good Josh Allen. That's what you expected all season. He finally
That's
showed
what I
up.
was trying to tell you. Like, do you? That's why I said they might sleep it because, yeah, they inconsistent. But do you want to play that Buffalo team
Not
Mhm.
that Josh
where
Allen.
Nah.
where Josh run for 52 yards and a touchdown? Do you want to play that Josh Allen? Do you want to play that
Right.
Buffalo in that weather? It's like
Nah.
as consistent as they are. They're hard.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this in regards to the Steelers because we know Mike Tomlin has proved himself not to be a losing coach, right? But it's been how long since they've been able to really turn the tide and really make a move in the playoffs?
You
it's
know,
been
in
right.
English class, when you put a but after something you say, it cancels out everything you just said.
True. So what do you
But
make of that?
I would
This
take
is
Mike Tomlin. I would take Mike Tomlin.
this is we found out this is a quarterback driven league.
Mhm.
Yep.
After in, they lost right now. They don't know, and they're too good to get a good quarterback. So they're in that, you know what I'm saying? They're in that
Limbo.
situation to where it's like they're too
Limbo.
good to get one of the great quarterbacks, but they need to trade for somebody. And I'm gonna be honest with you. England moves on. Pittsburgh, I'm gonna see if Matt Jones can really get it done. I like Matt over Kenny.
Oh, Pickett.
Bro,
That's now that's a hot take.
Yeah.
I would take
That's
Matt over Kenny, over Trubisky.
You fading
over
in and
Mac
out.
Cheese Jones. Yeah, you fading in and out.
You
So
fading in
you'll
and out.
take Mac Jones over Kenny Pickett. So are you saying Tomlin does Tomlin need a change of atmosphere or a change of place? Or you
No,
just need to get a quarterback?
You need a quarterback.
quarterback. This is a quarterback-driven league. After being, they've been lost since.
you
So
need
if
just
it's
So
a
a
what do they
quarterback-driven
do to
league,
find
maybe
This
we get rid of that. Well, the tangle where we weave when we conspire to deceive.
I think they get it. If Matt Jones needs a different look, he needs a new scenery too.
So would you take Matt Jones over Dak?
Nope.
boy, you better not say Gil.
Dak is good, but my problem with Dak is the big moments. You really need him to win. Let us down. That's the biggest.
I
Cooper
think a
Rush.
lot
You're the
of it
fever.
has to
I'm
do.
calling it. Cooper Rush. I'm
You
messing
are
with
the
you.
rush
He
trade
goes
again.
in.
I'm messing with
Trey
Um,
you.
Lance. Trey Lance, man. Trey Lance.
That's who.
you
Honestly,
We'll
that
gotta
find out
get a
next
coach
year.
in there that's gonna play to that strength. That's what it
in the
is.
preseason, we're gonna see in the preseason. If Trey Lance
I'm about to
does
say, you
good in
think they can?
preseason, that's where it's gonna be like, okay, now this dude right here, better watch
Right.
out.
He gonna be
But
good.
he ain't gonna take that spot just yet. As much money you paying down,
Not
Hey,
taking the
he
spot,
you ain't doing that right now.
we're not we're not mad if we move on from Dak to save cap space. We can cut Gallup next year
Because
and
we
save
still,
9.5 million.
Oh yeah, you cutting Gallup
yeah, Gallup's going to get
9.5 if we
cut.
cut Gallup. So I'm not mad
or
in
try
the
to
future.
trade partner.
You see,
but at the
the
same
issue we're
time,
running in
Contract.
right now, as we're just almost in the same place as, say, the Steelers. We're too good to get very good draft picks. And so, like, our issue right now is, say, our offensive line is getting old. Zach Martin only has so much more time. Tyron Smith only has so much more time. We're going to have to start drafting offensive linemen. Then we already still got to draft defense. We suck at drafting defensive linemen. Linemen like
Linebacker.
Mozzie Smith.
You need linebacker. You need running game.
I actually like those two linemen that came in when Zach and Tyler Smith was hurt. I actually like them.
That's
Now
what
we
I
need to
asked
see.
y'all last
We
week. I
we
asked
we
you
need-
last week, should we
we
have
but
stayed with that line?
no. They don't start, but I do like them. I need to see more from them to see if they can do a whole season. But
But I think
it was against Washington, so that's why I wasn't big up. Oh, the next one's up. It was against Washington. It wasn't anybody that was threatening. They were gonna be able to hold their own against them. But I
back
do
on
the
think
other
first
people
pick
on the other
next
side
year.
of the ball gets paid too.
Yeah, but if they not good,
Do y'all think Steelers gonna keep Mike Tomlin over there after his last year, which is next year?
they said they already.
I think they're going to,
Yeah,
but
he already said he's coming back.
he coming
yeah.
back.
So that's
Okay.
He's
and
gonna
so
really have to do something like self-destructing to the team to get out
But
of
they
it.
Look
had
at the track
they only
record with
had
that
three
franchise too.
coaches.
They only had
Three
look at the franchise.
Yeah.
coaches, their whole
Three
franchise.
coaches. I mean,
So-
yeah, he coming back.
Pickett was what, second round pick? Or was Pickett first round pick? It was first.
First.
Think of first.
So they done busted on another first round draft pick quarterback.
First or second. He was a high pick, so
At this point, I mean, they keep a solid defense. You got to make some type of trade and get you a good quarterback.
You gotta
have
make an
to.
offense
You got
defense,
to.
man. You got a
Okay,
hell of a
hot take.
defense tackle
Here's a
over there.
scenario. Pittsburgh picks up the phone and calls Jerry Jones. Hey, Jerry, we'll give
Oh,
you
this one.
a first rounder and a second rounder if you give us Dak Prescott. Do you take the
Nope.
deal?
Nope.
he's
Because
a
I don't trust the
franchise
Cowboys.
Yes.
I don't trust the
Yes.
Cowboys to
Yes.
make the
Yes.
right decision.
He's a franchise quarterback. You only gonna do a 1 and a 2?
1 and 2. Yeah. No.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much the Texans gave up to get that to Will Anderson Jr.? I need more than one or two. If that's the case,
Okay.
I
So
need you gonna
I
unload
give you.
everything.
So you want my first this year, my first next year. I give you a second round this year and two third rounds next year.
Stuff like that.
No,
Pittsburgh is dumb enough to do that trade. They're dumb enough to do that trade. I would definitely do that. My job is to sell it. Hey, if you want to eat, if you want to buy it, go ahead.
Hey,
So
yeah.
you saying Mike Tomlin can make that a winner over McCarthy?
yes, I do.
So in that case, just get like Tomlin here. Why you got to make that trade?
Not leaving Pittsburgh.
He's not leaving. He done made a trademark
He's,
over there. That's
he's not
him
Yeah.
over
leaving Pittsburgh. He's not leaving Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He's not leaving
there.
Pittsburgh.
That's just like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, look how long it took him to lead the Seahawks till they sucked.
And
He
he's
didn't
still
leave.
there. He's just in a
He
different
didn't leave.
position. But so yeah,
He got forced. Yeah, he got forced up to the office. He didn't leave.
yeah.
I
Oh, he
really
ain't.
I thought they was gonna move on from Mike because I really wanted to interview Harbaugh. I really wanted to interview John.
No.
I
He's
think
only
I
good
Harbaugh
in
did.
needs to stay where
college.
he's at. Yeah, he needs
He's
to
only
stay where
good
he's
in
at.
college, bro. You gotta remember, everybody can't coach NFL.
So we
If you
gonna
put
sit here and act like
He
he
went to
didn't
the
take that
Super
team
Bowl. He
to the
took
Super
San
Bowl.
Francisco to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
you said what?
He took San
We gonna
Fran
sit
to the
here and act
Super
like he
Bowl.
wasn't like a drive away from winning the Super Bowl at that.
I just feel like he do better in college, bro.
Yeah.
3 NFC championships in a row.
I just feel like he better in
And the
college,
reason
bro.
why Green
That's cool.
Bay went away from Mike McCarthy is because his offense got too predictable.
Hey, think about it. Nick Saban started where? He's better in college, bro. He's not good in NFL, bro.
All right,
That,
last
I'm
game. So
That premise
Okay.
really
Wild
don't
Card
make
Weekend.
sense, but
That didn't make
I
any sense at all.
that made
Nick
no
Saban.
sense.
The
But
difference is Nick Saban didn't have success in the NFL.
he did not. But
Harbaugh
Harbaugh
had
did.
the success.
I think Harbaugh's time just expired in the NFL, and to me, I agree with Darius. To me, I think he should stay at the NCAA level. But
I
that's
just say
just
this. What
But he
what
had
he was
success at every
he
level, though.
he went to go interview with who? The Titans, right? Tennessee?
I think Atlanta
They
interviewed
don't
him
got
too.
the.
Yeah.
They don't have the right type of.
Offense, they don't have the right time. Yeah.
The temperament of the owner over there at Carolina. Him and Harbaugh not going to get along.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't see that. Mm-mm.
mm.
Mm-mm.
so. That last game from Wild Card Weekend was the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Eagles. Tampa Bay won 32-9. Y'all are so
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I didn't think a blowout was gonna happen, but I did have Tampa Bay winning. I didn't think
But
I
I
didn't
was
think it was
happy.
gonna be a
Yeah.
blowout. I didn't think it was gonna be
Boy,
a
they
blowout.
had Baker Mayfield looking like Tom Brady over there, boy, throwing them dimes like this. Boy.
That tush push. Crap. I said, oh,
Hey,
they
well,
own,
hey,
they own one.
They got
When
that.
they stopped that tush push, I said, oh, they
They had nowhere
Oh.
else to go.
Yeah, you might as well ban it now, and maybe somebody will figure it out.
They for
Only
real.
fan
They for
base
real.
that's more upset and more pissed off right now than the Cowboys is Philly.
Yeah, it's Philly.
Yeah.
That's it.
9
I'm just telling you, that
9?
that game should have been more than that. It's a
I
couple of
think
times Michael Evans dropped like 2 touchdowns almost in that game. It should have been blown out more than that.
Yeah.
Miami fan base pretty pissed off.
Not as much as Philly. They faltered towards the end. Philly had this division and
let's
faltered.
be honest.
And
Let's
not
be
only
honest.
faltered, but the
Philly
teams you
fans
fell
knew.
to.
Philly fans kind of seen this coming. Not a blowout, but they were struggling. So it's like I don't think they gonna say they was gonna win because they fans. But let's be real. If you really like football, you know it was gonna be a hard game.
Yeah, they
Because
were
Philly
struggling.
wasn't-
They were having to make.
If you're
Yeah,
not
it was a hard
biased,
game.
if you're not biased, you knew they was gonna lose.
But
Philly
32-9?
was a fake 10-1 team.
They didn't think it was gonna be a blowout, but a lot. People like we thought we was gonna win. Let's be honest, Cowboys. We should.
Oh, we thought we was gonna win.
Yeah.
I think the world knew Philly was gonna lose. Struggling, Philly didn't have a chance.
See,
It was
me,
just
I'm
like-
the
just like the
Cowboys
Pistons.
fan that's like, Dallas can win this game, but they can also find a creative way to lose. You gotta have that.
haters.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be
have to
realistic.
think of that.
If
Yeah.
you're a real
You gotta be
Cowboys fan,
realistic.
you know. If you're a real Cowboys fan, you know we'll find a way to lose. How about that?
hmm
I
And we
told
found
y'all, depending
every
on what
single way.
Cowboys show up. Like I said, depending on what Cowboys show up. And boy, did they show up. Boy, they showed up in a big way.
They
Woo,
showed out.
showed up. Yeah, boy. I'm talking about they rolled out the red carpet for Green Bay.
Yeah, they could have put their kids out
Oh, the
there.
green carpet.
They thought the temperature got cold and they thought they was in Green Bay for a second.
For
It was-
But you
real.
it was-
indoors. You indoors
they-
in the heat.
But I will say this: if that's how they're gonna play, Green Bay got them a great quarterback again for a couple of more years.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
That
for
boy
sure.
there, the growth from his rookie year to now, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
I
Well, the
did.
growth from the
Because I was
first 5
saying-
games.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
seen
people
those-
were
I seen those-
expecting it off rip, and you have to give a quarterback time to get in there and adjust and develop and everything.
His growth was amazing because his rookie year, I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, he ain't that good." And then every year, and then when he came in last year for Aaron Rodgers, he got hurt against Philly. I was like, "Oh, he kind of nice." And this year, I was like, "Oh, this boy nice."
Yeah, but
Hey,
remember,
better-
like
he's
even
better
the growth
than
from the first
expected.
5 games of this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
he
even in the
lost
first
5,
5
6.
games, in the first 5 games, he wasn't spectacular. He was doing okay. Now,
He was
but
a
he
bus
cleaned that
driver.
up. He
Yeah.
cleaned it
That's
up
why
and
you
he started playing.
That's when you
He
get
was-
coaching to learn your quarterback and get the scheme that fits your
And play to
quarterback.
his strengths. Yep.
Come on, man. You got
and
You
how
got to
he was throwing the ball. They put the split screen on the throws he was making his stance and the way Rodgers throwing. I said, "Dang, that was identical."
Identical.
Yeah.
And the one he did, and it like turned and went
He threw off
around the
his
player.
back foot. I was like, "There's a touchdown pass." He threw off his back foot and just flung it out there. I was like,
No effort.
None.
But why not? Wasn't nobody covering? Well, you could have threw it up.
And tell me, and then have y'all noticed? It's almost like Green Bay owns AT&T Stadium.
Green Bay,
Yeah.
49. And we cannot beat them. They got our ticket right now, dude. They
"Man,
do.
look at the coaches. Look who calls the plays. Coordinator can't beat them."
They hit cruise control at the wrong time. If you're gonna struggle, I'd rather it be early on in the season. Let's get that out the way. You know what I mean? Don't have a good run at the end of the season, and then you get to the playoffs and just forget it all.
But
I
your
don't hear
struggle's
no more
been
about the
against teams that are above 500 anyway all season. So you should have seen that coming.
Right.
I don't
Your
hear no
goal
more
was to
about
go with
the
a subpar
Lions
record.
Den. The Lions Den is over. He done turned to a Cub. I don't want to hear no more about DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence, hey,
Hot boys.
You say he ain't no
say,
tank.
I
He ain't no
don't
tank
want
no
to hear
more.
nothing about it. Nah, he ain't no line no more. He a Cub, dog. He
I'm
went
just
down
confused on how Mike is
Oh,
getting
y'all
double
froze
and
up
triple
on
team.
me. What happened? Come back.
Micah is getting double and triple team, but yet nobody else is getting pressure. Where's
Nobody.
everybody else?
Because
If he's getting double
nobody else
team
has that
and
fight.
triple team, nobody else can win 1-on-1. That's what we doing.
Nope.
And that's what they
DB's
playing
coach.
for.
DB's coach, after that first incident, you saw that man wide open. That should have been corrected right then and there. Right then and there. We going back, man. Stop playing cover 3. We playing
That's
cover
not
3.
that's not
It's
Al.
not just not. It's he can't make that call.
Not Al
He's not-
Harris call to say we playing
not
man.
Al Harris
That's
call.
DQ. That's not Al Harris call to play man.
That's
Yeah.
Quinn.
Hey, we doing man.
That's
That's Dan
Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah, that's all Quinn.
Special
Man,
teams even look bad.
He need to get out there, press by eating them hot dogs.
Yeah, special teams.
What
You
the
couldn't even
Turpin,
get no
why was
push on
Turpin
special
steady-
teams.
Turpin doing? He ran it out every time and got to the 15. I'm like, well, you just put us in
Turpin.
bad field position every time.
Anyway,
And then
yeah.
he do this.
Like he was one person away.
Because he trying to be captain.
He
wanna
trying to
wanna
get
be
all Pro
Superman.
Bowl again.
Yeah, he want to be. Man, hey, we trying to get to the Super Bowl. Y'all heard about the Pro Bowl. We ain't fighting for nothing. We ain't fighting for nothing. What's the Pro Bowl? Flag football? Come on, bro.
Dude.
They changed it this year to 2-hand touch.
Well,
They changed it
to
they're
two-hand.
gonna put him in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you got
the
two
Pro Bowl
hands.
was already done, so
Yeah.
they already
Come
picked
on,
everybody in the Pro Bowl. So him,
I bet I'm not even watching it because if I see one cowboy over there smiling and giggling, I don't even. Man, look, bro.
Yeah, they need
It's
to
like
be
they
mad.
it's like they won the East. They the champions of the East, and they was happy with that.
Yeah.
Hey, you still got the Rangers. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to the Rangers.
Shout
Once
out to the
again,
Rangers. Go Rangers.
somebody
And these
showing love.
Mavs.
And the Wings are on a better tip. Their season is coming up.
Oh,
You know,
Wings.
they have a
Hey,
summer
shout out to the
slide.
Wings,
Stars.
yeah.
Shout out to
That
the
too.
Dallas Stars.
Hey, the
Hey,
XFL, the Renegades. Them some champs.
There you
Them
got a
some
real champ. You got
champs.
another champion. There you
Yeah.
go.
shout
Yeah.
out.
You got real football back in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
I'll say Mavericks, but we looking like who?
Hold on now. We 15.
Hello,
We
the game is
2.5
about to
back
come
from
on in a little
fourth.
bit now.
The
You're
game
right.
is
Hey,
on now.
we got to
The
find
game is on
somebody to
now.
give them. Hey, we still on football. My bad. Let me go back to script. My bad. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Let's get into this divisional round preview though, so we can go watch the Mavs. First up, you got the Texans at the Ravens. What are y'all thinking?
I'm riding Texans all the way. I'm riding.
I
Ooh.
think as much as I want to say the Ravens, what the Texans just beat the number one defense in the NFL, which was the Browns, and what they did. It's hard to go against Ravens, but I think I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Yeah.
I'm going
The
Ravens at
Texans.
home. Ravens
Uh-huh.
at home. So I'm gonna go ahead and that's gonna be a good game though.
Now
I
you
think
know who has
who
what quarterback almost has the same type of playoff record that Dak Prescott has?
Jackson. But who do you trust more?
Who you taking, bro?
I'm taking Baltimore.
You
I
said that
I don't see them stopping Lamar if he has to get out that pocket. I don't see
No,
it. You can
they're
stop him
gonna
like
take
a
that dude
super.
legs out.
This is the
You know
time
ain't going
for
nowhere. But you
Lamar
got to
to show
hold.
that veteran side that he's a
You got
little
to hold
smarter
Lamar.
than CJ or something.
You're right.
Yeah, you got to
D'Amico
hold
gonna have
Lamar.
them
You
boys.
can hold
I think
Flacco.
D'Amico gonna have them boys ready.
I'm sipping on
Yeah,
purple orb.
he is.
I'm going Houston, man. We going Houston out there. We
Ooh,
riding on swing. We poking out here, baby. We poking.
On that
all right,
red
Big Pokey.
grain. Buying no
Yeah,
four
Have them boys ready.
foes.
All right, Big Pokey.
yeah,
All right,
big
then you
poke.
got the Packers at the Niners.
I'm gonna take the
I think
pack.
they're gonna make
I'm gonna
Green
Jordan.
take
Bay.
those my two
Make me
sleeper
proud,
teams.
Green Bay.
Those my two sleeper teams.
I think they're gonna make
Man,
Jordan Love look like he
Pack.
was the first 5 weeks.
man, I hate to do it because I know what Dan gonna say, but I have to go with 49ers on this one. Damn.
The
I'm not
49ers
going.
are probably
I
more
just
physical. And so with that
yeah,
reason right there, they can win the game. They
that's a
can bully
different beast they
ball.
go. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only that, they
Christian
balance.
McCaffrey.
Cal Shanahan offenses. Are you gonna stop Christian, Debo, Brandon, Kittle? Which one are you stopping? You're not stopping
Mhm.
Yeah.
all four. So which
They
one are you
got too
stopping?
much power over there, man. I
And
49ers
like.
ain't finna
you
go out
left out
here
a Luke, but
after seeing what
I got.
Cowboys did. Yeah, 49ers ain't finna go out here and do the same thing.
Look, I don't think
I got.
Green Bay get over 17.
I got big 4-9 on that one right there too. We put a parlay
I say
ticket
they
in on
get
that.
14. I say
Over 17.
I think the Niners bully ball their way to victory. But
oh yeah.
I would
And
love for the Packers to win that game.
I go for the
this next,
Packers.
Oh,
this
Houston and
next game,
oh.
about to add, this next
Ooh.
game, me, I know that next game you finna add. It's finna be something crucial.
Bucks and the Lions.
It's gonna be something crucial.
Lions. Lions.
I
D-Town.
got
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit.
Bucks.
You
Detroit.
got
You got the
Bucks?
Bucks? He
I
riding the
gotta go.
Baker train.
I
He
gotta go. I
riding
gotta go. OU. OU, baby. I'm sticking with my quarterback, baby. Let's go. I'm sticking with my quarterback. OU,
And you
baby.
wonder why you got last place in the league.
Watch it, boy.
I think
I
Watch
think Detroit. Detroit.
yeah, I think
Detroit.
Detroit too. I think this game and honestly that Texans and Ravens game will probably be pretty good to watch.
hmm
And Dan Campbell
Then,
better have them boys ready to play.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Then we
Game is gonna
got
be
the
crazy.
Chiefs at the Bills.
That's the
That's
game I'm
Taking
probably a
picking.
fair
Bills.
matchup too.
Bills.
I'm taking
Yeah.
Bills on that one.
Buffalo
Taking
on this
Bills.
one.
I'm gonna go Buffalo because Buffalo on a hot take right now, man. They good. They good
All
right
I'm
now.
gonna
right,
take Kansas City.
that means Josh Allen at
Taking
the
Kansas City.
conference ship.
I got Kansas City.
They
I
both used
think
to playing in the
it's
cold.
Buffalo
If it
count.
comes
I think Buffalo got them this year.
if it comes down to it, Pat over Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? Oh no, sir.
So I in with the it's gonna be cold in Buffalo there. It's like Kansas City just didn't come off that game. They just played.
I'm saying
I'm
it
from
ain't
a
the same.
cold.
It's not the same as Miami against Kansas City. They both come from a cold place. So I'm just saying
What
Buffalo's
offense
go.
would you rather play? Miami rather play against Buffalo offense than Miami. That motion offense is just hard to guard.
Fading, BJ. You feed. Fading.
I said, who offense would you rather play? Miami or Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Exactly. So what they just did against Miami, I have faith in them against Buffalo.
Okay. Okay.
All
But
right.
who plays Kansas City better, Buffalo or Miami? Buffalo is right there. Those have been tighter games. So I'm
I
trusting
just feel
Buffalo a lot more than Miami. Those games have
Games,
always been close. You come about
okay.
3-4 years
I,
back.
I like that. I like that. And who won each one of those games?
But I like Buffalo's
Buffalo just
run
won this last one,
game.
right?
I like Buffalo's run game more than I like Kansas City's run game right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That and
Oh
then
yeah.
Mahomes still got those buttery finger wide receivers.
I think this should be
You're
a
right.
game where we see a lot more production out of Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Him
just feel
and
like
Yep.
Josh Allen want that payback.
Yeah.
yeah.
But hold
I'm
on.
going with
Wait,
Buffalo
wait,
on
wait.
this one.
What's the boy name? L'Jarius Sneed?
hmm
Sneak.
What about him?
Diggs around.
Say again.
Oh,
He's gonna follow Diggs around. He
He's
said he's
gonna
gonna
follow
follow.
Diggs.
I feel like they gonna shut Kelsey down.
I mean, you're
You
gonna
ain't
have
shutting
to.
Kelsey down.
That's
You gotta
technically their number one receiver.
do
You ain't
though that
shutting
name.
Kelsey down.
You gotta do on the other side named Von Miller, which he's a vet. He's know what it takes to get this.
Oh, but last week he didn't show up. Last week though, Darius, he
Bud
didn't
is
really
not
show
a
up last week.
Bud ain't no linebacker in open space. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about Bud sticking. What are you
You ain't
talking about?
shutting him down. But this is gonna be Buffalo year against Kansas City.
I
I
think this
think
is
I
Buffalo.
got Kansas City. I got Kansas City.
We'll
Okay.
see.
I got Kansas
We
City.
will see. Well, any other hot takes before we get out of here, y'all?
I'm just
The winner
saying.
from
Y'all feel better about the
go,
Cowboys now? You got it off your chest.
No, I
oh
still
yeah,
feel bad.
yeah.
Not since Brandon just told me
No.
about McCarthy. Well, McCarthy, I said he was on the warm seat, so we'll see. But
Nah.
Hey, he back in
I was
there.
good
I
until I
think that
did see the I was good until I seen he was coming back. I was like, well dang. Y'all
Do
not even
you
gonna
think
look at nobody else?
So
do you
we get
think they
another.
hold on to him like they did Jason Garrett?
no,
Yeah.
No. No.
no.
No.
Next year he's gonna be a lame duck head
Yeah.
coach. He prove himself next year.
If there's no other head coach out there that Jerry can talk over and pump,
That's fair.
I don't
That's
see it.
fair.
if
I
he
don't see
can't
it.
talk, if Jerry can't punk the next coach and be the face, he won't get a Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells coach again. That's
Yeah.
gonna tear him the bag off. He won't do that, and that's the kind of
So
coach we
that's
need.
definitely
There
why he
ain't-
ain't gonna get Harbaugh then. Harbaugh
That's why
definitely
he
Yeah, I'm
won't
about to
get
say,
Mike,
you know.
and that's why Mike won't come. I'm gonna say he black.
So
You
you'll
will
play that
never.
card out there.
Hey,
You gonna put that
hey,
card out there? You gonna put the black card out? All right.
not
It's
this time.
truthful, but you gonna put it out there?
it's time to change. It's time to change.
I mean,
That's
here's
too much
the
power.
thing.
Jerry do that.
Hey, you
Too
see,
much power.
you,
Jerry
you
do that.
see, you see the Patriots went ahead and got one. It's time to
Not
change.
only
Yeah,
that,
but that was in his
so look,
contract.
we can't even say Will McClain the GM, even though he's doing the GM stuff.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
See, I
saying.
didn't even say nothing this time. But
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying. He
hey, I
doing
was
GM
shocked. Hey,
stuff.
y'all don't remember. Y'all was too young to remember. I was shocked when Quincy Carter got a chance to be the quarterback a long time ago.
Mhm.
You will never see that again.
Never.
I'm throwing it out there.
We would
He
never
young
see
for
what.
2025.
Don't
Oh,
you
well,
say no? He's not.
Dak Prescott,
Prime time
he in the
2025.
middle.
Rental
What, a black
spoons.
quarterback?
2025 prime time. Come on back.
Nah, he ain't coming back. He definitely won't
I
come
know.
back to the Cowboys.
What
No.
you say, D? What you-
Rental spoons.
Dude.
Say,
But
man.
I think the winner, Baltimore Ravens game, goes to the Super Bowl. I mean, Baltimore and Texas.
I was
And
gonna say Baltimore.
Texans.
Yeah,
But
Texas.
Ravens. I was riding with you. I knew what you was talking about.
Game. Let's go to Super
Cause
Bowl.
then that'd
We're
be
out of
the
that game.
Texans against either Buffalo or Kansas City.
But if Texas, you do know if Texas end up winning, KC upset, they'll be a KC, right? I
yeah,
think Texas is 4.
Yeah.
Texas 4 seed.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll play Kansas.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
It
seeing
could be
Baltimore
interesting.
49ers in the Super Bowl.
you said what?
Baltimore 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Houston and
I mean,
49ers
that's the
in
way it's
Super
been
Bowl.
looking for a long time.
It's going to come down to those.
It is. You right, Mia, but I honestly think the way they playing, the Texans, Baltimore.
Hey, do y'all
But
really think that
you faded out on me. Well, you
The,
faded
the
Yeah,
out.
line,
Hey,
the line.
The
the
Lions.
Lions.
they
That's
look
not
nice?
Oh,
that's my
yeah.
sleeper. But
The Lions and the winner out of Texans.
In Baltimore.
The Baltimore. That's gonna be the Super Bowl.
well, I don't know what
So
would happen to this country if Detroit go to the Super Bowl.
if
Well,
Detroit
Man,
win the
they'll
Super
have
Bowl,
a Michigan
to root-
title and a
yeah,
man. So,
you have to root for Detroit on that one. You have to.
Detroit go
Man.
to the Super Bowl. It's like Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. We gotta
I ain't gonna say
season
all
this on
that.
that.
Nah, I ain't
I
saying
ain't
I'm
gonna
not
say
that.
putting
all
Cowboys and
I'm
Detroit in the
not.
same line.
I'm not
boy.
joining alliances now.
Oh no.
No.
You know how much I love Lions. I'm still not gonna be a Detroit Lion. Nah.
You ain't gonna be a Detroit Lion, but I'm saying, how much faith do y'all got in them really going to the Super Bowl right now?
Oh, in
They
Detroit?
got a better chance than we got.
All right.
That, to be honest with you, they right now. I think they the second best team in the NFC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Cause St. Brown's he was balling. The running
Yeah.
back, he's running. Montgomery,
Gibbs.
man,
Jared
To
Goff
be
has surprised
honest,
me this
to-
season.
But to be honest with you, Detroit might have been the second best the whole time. We just didn't see it. Everybody's talking about Cowboys and Philly. They might have been the
Recency
second best
bias.
team in the NFC.
I think everybody was looking for Detroit to fall apart right at the end. It was
Yeah,
almost
they were second best
unbelievable.
for the minute. Yeah, they were second
Yeah.
best.
Them
That's what I'm
add,
saying.
them
But
add
they weren't getting the
Montgomery over there.
recognition.
They add Montgomery over there. That was a good move. That was real.
yeah,
That was a real good
because
move.
the other wide receivers they got over there is not bad either. Just St. Brown get all
No.
the
He
other
gets
was
all the-
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got Laporta, the tight end, the rookie.
Man.
The question, and then going back to that Baltimore game, I don't know if they can stop Flowers over there.
Oh, Zay
Zay Flowers, yeah.
Flowers.
Cause you got
Don't
Odell
count out
on the
OBJ.
other side.
Don't
OBJ,
count out
look,
Beckham.
OBJ finna come through for
So
you.
I said you got Odell on the other side.
I mean,
Now,
Forget about OJ.
you still got Beckham.
Yeah, I forget about OBJ.
Can't forget
That's what I'm
about
saying.
it.
I see Baltimore.
Now I still think Texas can handle it. I think Texas can handle it.
They're young. Baltimore is going to really have to show some real experience
Oh yeah.
because Houston is not going to make it easy. I'll put it that way.
Nah.
Yeah, but all right. I appreciate y'all for joining me. This has been fun. We of course have to do this again. Thank you all for tuning in to Hot Take Season. Y'all know to hit us up with your hot take on Twitter at Hot Take Season or Instagram _Hot Take Season. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be blessed.
All right.
Have a good one.
all right now on that miles and that yak.